Hello Year 7, it's Mr. Reese from a very quiet and empty MU1. Just thought I'd show you what it looks like at the moment, to space you all out for potential return. So that's kind of what it looks like, but otherwise pretty similar. I have just set the drum kit up here today because what I want to do is do a lesson about the drum kit and get you all playing, even if you haven't got a drum kit. I'm going to show you how you can do like a body percussion drum kit today. So it will teach exactly the same rudiments and skills that you'd need if you were learning, so it's about coordination. But firstly, let's just get familiar with the kit, okay? So there's different drums and cymbals here that have all different names, and I want you to know them. So let's start on the left here. Anyone know what this is called? Here's a clue for you. That's right, it's called the hi-hat. Okay, hi-hat or the hi-hats or the hats. And you play this by putting, if you're a right-handed drummer, you'd put your left foot down on the pedal like that. And because we've got this gap between the bottom cymbal and the top cymbal, when you push it down, it closes and it makes a nice little noise, nice soft cymbal noise. Okay, so I'm just doing that with my left foot. Now obviously you can hit it as well. Alright, I've got two sticks in one hand here because I'm holding the thing, so hang on. Let's go with one stick. Okay, and you can hit the hi-hat. You can hit it in different places, but generally you hit it on the top here. If you're playing kind of jazz, if you're playing more rock, perhaps hit it on an angle on the corner like that. And then if you open, you can hear when I open and close now. I'm lifting my foot up and down. Like that. So that's the hats. That's what really keeps the kind of clock ticking on every beat that you'll hear. It's a subtle but a really important part of the kit. This one here is called a snare drum, or a side drum, or a military drum, but it's called a snare when it's part of the kit. And we play that again, do that with your left hand. I'll show you in a minute, but you just hit that, and it's got a metallic snare underneath. Let me just see if I can show you actually. Let's just get this out. If I turn it over, sorry about this. I've just turned it upside down for you, and you can see it's got this metallic, what we call a snare, okay? And you can take that on and off. So let's see if we can find it. There's a clamp here, and you can just release that, and the whole thing will hopefully loosen so that then the snare isn't actually touching the skin. Yeah, you can just about see that. The snare is just off of the skin now. So when I hit the drum now, it just sounds like a kind of normal hollow sounding drum. And then we just reclamp that snare so it. Now every time I hit the drum, that'll vibrate with it. So that's what gives it its little buzz, the crack, if you like, or the snap, some people call it. And that's the snare drum. So that's got a really distinctive sound. I'm sure you'll all recognise that sound. Okay. Okay. And we can play that with our left hand. I'll show you later. Now these ones here, you've got this one here, it's called a rack tom, or a tom-tom. Call it a rack tom because it's sitting on what would normally be kind of a rack. There's space for two. I've taken one off. So we've got a tom-tom or a high tom and a low, what we call a floor tom, because it's standing on the floor. And because it's bigger than the high tom, it makes a deeper sound. Yeah, nice, deep, bassy sound, as opposed to the high tom, which has got more of a sort of mid-high ring to it. Yeah? So, we've forgotten the biggest drum, haven't we? Who knows what that's called? That's right. Well done, children. It's the bass drum. You play that with your right foot. And we have pillows and blankets inside it. That's to dampen the sound, so that when the vibrations bounce around inside, they've got somewhere to go and they don't kind of resonate for a long time. Otherwise they'll sound like a tom. We'll get a big long sound. We just want a short sound. So that's what that bit of cloth does inside of it. Okay, it's a very simple way of solving that problem. Yeah, and we've got cymbals. Crash cymbal. It's a bit of an onomatopoeia there for you guys. Crash. All right. You hit it and it sounds like a crash. Yeah, that's like an impact. You hit that at special moments. Bang. You don't play that all the time unless you're playing like heavy rock music. All right. But generally you save that for special occasions. And then we've got this one here, which you can read, says ride. And a ride cymbal, we're gonna just ride on it like this, not metaphorically, I suppose. So it's a lot more subtle, isn't it? And there's that bell there that players like to use to emphasise different sounds. Yeah, so that's called the bell, the ride. The ride is more subtle for a bit kind of, you do the same thing as a hi-hat, you just keep the beat going. And then the crash for special occasions. Okay, so we're going to try and play the drum kit now without a drum kit. So your right foot is going to be your bass drum, boom, boom. Your left foot, I might get you to do your hi-hat. Your right hand is going to go over onto your left leg, okay? And your left hand is going to go under onto your right leg. All right, so that's the first thing you need to do. Get set up like that. So right hand over, left hand under. If you're left-handed, okay, then you do the opposite. So left-handers, you will put your left hand onto your right leg, which is going to be your hi-hat, and then your right hand under, which will be your snare drum. Back, back, back. Okay? So just, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to set up that way. I'll do that first. Okay. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 with your hi-hat on top of your left leg. So for your hi-hat hand is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And on 1, you're going to put your right foot down, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So just give that a go. And now we're going to add in 1, 2, 3, 4, snare, 2, 3, 4. Foot, snare, okay? Foot, snare, alright? So try that. Okay, if you can do that, we're going to go double speed now on your right hand. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like that. Just do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we're going to add the foot. Boom, 2 and 3 and 4. Then snare. 2 and 3 and 4 and boom, 2 and 3 and 4 and snare. 2 and 3 and boom, 2 and 3 and 4 and snare. 2 and 4 and boom, 2 and 3 and 4 and snare. Try that. It's getting harder, isn't it now? So, I've given you some different beats to do. What I'd like you to try is keep that going, keep your hi-hat going. Remember, if you're left-handed, it's the other way. 1 and 2 and 3, and then your left foot becomes your bass kick. Boom, 2 and 3 and 4 and snare. 2 and 3 and 4 and boom, 2 and 3 and 4 and snare. Like that, okay? So practice that, see if you can do it. If you can do your foot without stopping your hand, that's the hard one, yeah? See if you can practice those skills. The video is like 10 minutes, but you'll need to put another 10 or 20 minutes in to press pause and practice these skills. They do not just land in your brain, you've got to practice them, all right? It will be hard, you've got to keep going, okay? So don't give up. Good luck. You start going 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Add the bass drum on your right foot. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Then we're going to add the snare drum in Okay, look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now try and do double time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3. Now try and play along with doing double time in your bass and snare like this. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate the rest of the kit, the toms, the cymbals, and just play a little rhythm. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Please keep sending your little videos in of you playing and doing your body percussion. It's great. Love to see that, and we'll keep rewarding you for that. Thank you. Enjoy. Hope you enjoyed today's lesson.